how has everybody been this last week? Been okay? Everybody alive? Adrian, I hear you have been mildly sick from whatever you brought back from Seattle.
Well, it's not COVID per testing.
Oh, great.
I have some interesting potential news that I just told Drew about today.
Oh, go on. The stream is live as long as it's...
Oh, nope, not good.
Not
Tell you
good.
later.
Okay. Perfect. Wonderful. Any any free range news? Organic? No, Drew is just
Cat's
quiet.
cute, put it in the chat.
Yeah, your cats are cute.
Drew, what are you up to?
Yeah, Drew.
You haven't shared an update.
I was talking earlier.
Yeah, but now we're live, so we have to like talk more and more excitedly. That was the
Engagement.
pretend engagement.
I don't know, work stuff.
Work.
What do I talk about on stream now? About what
I
we're doing?
don't know. You know, you just can't share trade secrets, but you know, I'm trying to get the energy levels. I'm trying to get the vibe past the vibe check.
I mean, the music drives that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we also have, you know, a couple other things that, you know, like, help with that. Like the soundboard.
Fuck! I fell and died.
For the longest time, I thought the Wilhelm scream was just the Star Wars scream, because that's like all I ever heard it in as a child. So whenever I hear it, I just think of a stormtrooper falling off into the abyss.
I mean,
Isn't it
that
Boba
is...
Fett? It's Boba Fett who does
Wait, was
the
it
Wilhelm
Boba Fett?
screen. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it. Well, I'm not a Star Wars nerd.
Well,
Busted.
Neither am I. Neither am I. I haven't watched Ahsoka, so I'm clearly
Oh
not.
my
a Star Wars
God.
nerd.
I've been enjoying it.
I'm sorry, Drew. I'm not doing it until you watch fucking season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. So it's fine. This is a Mexican standoff. I'm fine to do.
that requires me to buy Crunchyroll?
Oh my god, you fucking woman! It's $7. Holy shit!
What?
Drew, every time I bring up Jujutsu Kaisen 2, season 2, Jujutsu Kaisen being a show Drew likes, he's like, "Oh, I'd have to buy a sub for like tens of dollars for a month."
It's
Why'd
less
you call
actually
him
about
a
the money,
woman?
and it's more about like fucking Crunchyroll being just obnoxious to fucking use.
Oh my god, it's a website! It takes like 10 seconds to use, Drew.
I don't know about that.
That's like talking to real life Eeyore, I swear to god. Crunchyroll is a difficult website to use. I love you, Drew, but your views on Crunchyroll are antiquated.
Yeah, Drew, it's fucking Crunchyroll. It's like every other dumb streaming app out there these days. Watch anime in the bathtub like a true degenerate.
I will say, I'm through 3 seasons of Law & Order SVU, baby.
Fuck, I was gonna add that soundbite to the sound. I knew I forgot something. Yeah, ba 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 ba. Yeah, I was gonna.
A lot of makes me think lately. While I was sick yesterday, they had the episode where the church is bad. Makes you think.
God damn it! If you send me that fucking soundbite, I will add it to the soundboard.
If I could even begin to know how to find it, I would send it to you.
Just
That would require like a. I'm gonna be like, dude, that'd require like a Google search.
oh my fucking god! Google, YouTube, rip sound, condensed sound, free sound mixer online.
Oh my
send
gosh.
soundbite. That's how I do everything.
Oh my gosh, it sounds like Word.
Man, how do you think I get like the classics? Like that's a lot of nuts. Like, dude, that's shit straight ripped.
God damn it. You timed that so well, Christina. You are such a professional. I'm just in awe of how professional that was.
I try. I mean, there's always a good time for that's a lot of nuts. I was reading a Reddit thread about like cult classics, about like movies that people consider cult classics. I was very surprised to see Kung Pao on there. Did not consider that a cult classic in any regard.
Was Deep Blue Sea on there? Because it's absolutely a cult classic.
Deep. If it was, I did not take any account. What the fuck, Deep Blue Sea?
Did you know they made a sequel in 2018? They just made Deep Blue Sea 2 out of nowhere.
One,
discovered this
no.
last
Two,
night.
I don't even think I've seen the actual Deep Blue Sea.
Oh my god, watch! Oh my god, it's so bad, it's good.
Oh my, but I don't have the streaming service. Yeah, just you don't gotta bring that joke back around.
I like this. This is good. This is gonna stick.
We're just gonna torment Rob all day because
I
apparently
do think I will say it is depressing. I fully agree with Drew on this. That the modern streaming landscape has become like an actual like real life fucking Tower of Babel with like 64,000 different streaming services. It's like, have you seen this? No, sorry, this is on like Peacock. Sorry, this is on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I literally hate that. Because
You're
like
like,
all
huh?
the shows that like you guys like to watch, like Drew has like a fucking Apple TV subscription, and like I don't
Yeah.
know, one of you has Peacock.
I have Peacock for Law and Order, yeah.
Of course. So
Yep.
and Drew's like, have you seen like this cool thing on Apple TV? I'm like, no.
No, why
I
would
just
fucking
canceled my
possibly
Netflix
see that?
subscription.
Same. Yeah, but it's not, streaming services aren't bringing us together anymore. They're just tearing us apart.
It truly are. We need to recondense, come to YouTube, and only watch Arctis content, apparently.
Yeah, I think we just need to make an Arctis streaming platform. Hear me out.
Yeah,
You can watch.
Try that.
I mean, this works for Dick Wolf. He has 4 different versions of Law and Order. You could, Christina, have up to 3 different series set in the Arctis universe. Law and
Arctis
Order-
Ascended, SVU, Miami
Arctis
Hotline.
SVU. Akashima investigating sex crimes. Sign me up.
I hate this. I hate this. It was Akashima the whole time.
No, I was in onsen. I was eating hamburger, having big fart. I could not be me.
God. It's true, we all saw it.
Bump, bump.
Bomb bomb.
Just an actual town bell ringing twice.
Well, speaking of dangerous things in close proximity, I think Bonsai's auras are working properly now. You want to meander like 10 feet away from your party members, the icons should disappear. Okay?
I mean, the aura is just so powerful, it lasts for like 6 seconds beyond what it should.
Yeah, okay. Drion is 10 feet away, so he's still good. Drion, you want to... Yeah, alright. Oh my god, we are fixing bugs.
I liked having stats. Oh well.
Yeah, no more permanent buffs for you.
Rion is a
sorry.
fucking hero. I do like when you were like introducing the party last episode, you were like Rain Silversong, the knight of such and such, and the blade of such, and Bonsai, the last Arborian, and then it was Drion, and here's a cat.
Here's fucking a sandy-assed cat from Feronia.
He doesn't talk much except to say fuck.
But he's really, really good at what he does.
I do like when you tried to like reach up and take a dagger from me, and like the only thing in my pockets was a deck of cards.
I was pissed because I like opened your inventory. I'm like, there's no fucking way he doesn't have a dagger in here.
No,
and I'm like
no.
sifting through your inventory. I'm like, really? A deck of playing cards? Like, what do you have in here?
Dagger is 3 glaives.
Yeah, like 3 glaive. How does infinite glaive works, by the way?
Unlimited glaive works.
I can't
am
steal
the
your
gold of
claws.
My glaive.
She didn't want your necklace. Like, and you have a water skin, some relic. You have just shit.
I just want to point out we've not been to a town since Drion joined the party, so
Although-
he just does not have nice things.
You do have a crowbar. Could have considered a crowbar. Can you
Yeah, I'm
backstab with a
surprised he didn't
crowbar?
Take that.
Yeah. Just
She
hard.
seemed like she wanted to hit the crow bad enough. By the way, I'm just gonna toss this out there. I can totally play this weekend as well. I know we're just kind of like memeing around, but
Ooh.
So
I
they
like
don't-
this. If we could all convince, Flix to potentially join us as well.
well, I don't. Please, that's a lofty aspiration. I was more thinking of like the current group.
Well, we could put Flix further and further away from the party. He has mysteriously disappeared into Auralia.
I believe you mean conveniently disappeared.
Conveniently disappeared while we're in Auralia. But we could play this weekend. I'd be down.
Dodging his responsibilities.
Yeah.
Drew, Trevor, this weekend?
I'm gonna be Resident Nick for the day and be like, I have another game on Saturday evening, so if it can't be then maybe.
Okay.
Drew?
I think maybe I just have to double check some stuff.
Cool.
But
That's sounding like potential. Okay, I like
We
it.
could just play a cheeky little game.
Do you want to play a game?
You want to, and then like Nick's like, no. The clown guy's like, nobody has ever said this before.
Well, everybody, get your snacks, get your drinks. Let's do a quick recap of what happened previously on Arctis Ascended. You all had made your way to the mysterious and fantastical Court of Butterflies, where, your new companion, who you thought had performed all of the wanton murder within the bridge vault, well, still may have committed some murder within the bridge vault, but you did learn that she was the daughter of the Queen of Air and Darkness, the former member of the Maginox Court and fairy representative, who has long been missing from the, both Maginox Court and, in general, the Arctis Sphere of Influence. The rogue, Mora, wandered into the bridge vault to retrieve a black diamond that harbored an essence of her mother. But she was dismayed as to not find this precious artifact that Lord Mercurius, the Lord of Mirth, had squandered away in his personal holdings. However, as her and whoever joined her on this bank heist had lowered the wards to the bridge vault, many of the various creatures that were harbored within the bridge vault, not just piles of money, but actual magical beings that were locked away for trifling amusement, were all free of their bonds and roamed the halls, killing indiscriminately. As for the resolution of the bridge vault, you don't know, but within the Court of Butterflies, the planes-creating fairies, who were also the initial masterminds behind things like the hunt, had created a special plane for a thief like Mora, and it was forcing her to relive her experiences within the bridge vault over and over again, having her mind wiped for the amusement and perhaps justice of the fairies of the court. You don't know how long Mora has been put through this ringer that has been run by the Court of Butterflies and a curious dark buzzard known as Munir. Let's see, what else? But as you exited the bridge vault with Mora in tow, the truth began to become clear. Mora, while perhaps guilty of some of the crimes that she was being accused of, was not entirely at fault for the things of the bridge vault, but many of the people and fae clamoring for justice wanted little more than to see her suffer. Mercurius was also amused by this, and the infinite amount of potential realities and situations that they could create just by stealing the memories of others brought the Lord of Mirth an exceptional amount of amusement. And so, as you three entered the Court of Butterflies as a surprise, you began to engage with Mercurius, as he has never seen something like this in his replay of Mora's failures. And your presence within the Court of Butterflies was both surprising and not necessarily unwelcome to someone who wanted infinite amusement. After some back and forth, Bonsai proffered the stick of Sika, the branch of Sika, to the Lord of Amusement, who seemed extremely doubtful that this would provide him with anything at all. But justly, after touching the branch of Sika, the Lord of Mirth began to see the things that the Arborians experienced, hurtling through the cosmos, planting the seeds of life throughout multiple worlds, multiple planes, watching life flourish and wilt and die, and flourish again. And these Arborians, these tree people, harbored the secrets of spreading their magical roots around the planets and suffusing these planets with magic. But unable to comprehend the infinite possibilities of the cosmos and the ultimate, let's say, both infinite sadness, infinite terror, so many feelings running amok. It would take the Lord Mercurius quite some time to process them. And his form began to change into a gilded tree, where he would sit for some time, pondering his actions. After Lord Mercurius transformed himself into a tree, one of the Fae of the court was quick to re-begin negotiations with Rain, a familiar face that you know as Hala. She had brought the hunt back to Borealis, and, well, that was a much different experience than your go-through at the Bridge Vault. Hala was very receptive and did not disagree with the alteration of Mercurius. And now with Hala in control of the Court of Butterflies, you had asked her to retrieve the Lunesti Moonblade from wherever Lord Mercurius had extracted it from previously in the Bridge Vault. And Hala agreed, hoping that this exchange would strengthen future relations between herself and the future Queen of Maginox. Taking a sip of water here real quick, one sec. While the Fae set to retrieve the Moonblade for the group, Hala offered the rest of the court and gestured for you to, well, maybe try and, placate some of the Fae that were still enraged by Mora's unjust freedom in their eyes. And so Rain, not Dreon, and maybe a little bit of Bonsai began talking with some of the people, some of the Fae watching the proceedings through the mirror. Some of them were full of rage, hoping that Mora's justice would continue, and that she had not served her penance. But the party managed to convince the Fae that perhaps what happened within the Bridge Vault was not entirely Mora's fault. And hopefully that would prevent them from, coming after you and your party later, but that remains to be seen. The other two curious characters within the Court of Butterflies seem to be designates, or at least emissaries from a foreign court, perhaps one that was still within Auralia. A beaming high elf that emanated the warm light of the sun. And, well, kind of a messy, sullen-looking man with, archaic tattoos. And, a 3 Wolf Moon t-shirt.
That looks very familiar to everyone.
That looks very familiar. And so, yeah, you guys know what the 3 Wolf Moon t-shirt is, so. I believe, after a little bit of discussion with our two curious companions, that is where we left off. And so now we will begin again? Hey, we'll enter early access here on the Court of Butterflies. One moment, please.
Wishlist Arctis now.
One moment, please.
Early access is the name of our pre-show podcast.
It should be. Oh my god.
The Talking Arctis.
Tarctis.
The Tarctis.
The Tarctis.
Isn't that what Doctor Who uses?
I'm the doctor, and I ride on the Tarctis.
Arctis! Arctis!
Arctis!
Arctis!
Arctis! Okay, alright. God, why is the Fey Dream soundtrack so loud? Please. The Lord Mercurius, now a golden tree, lies before you, processing the thoughts of the universe. All the sorrow and all the pain was not worth his bemusement. And so, overwhelmed with emotion, the Fae had taken on the aspects of a healing tree in order to fully process the gravity of his actions. Hala has taken the seat at the head of the court, and most of the sun elves of the court that were following Mercurius are honestly more interested in the drama than the loss of their lord, and are watching with curious, burning eyes. The four mages that were in charge with sealing the portal, shouldn't say sealing the portal, I should say creating the pocket realm that you use to, that they used to torment Mora, still stand. And they're all looking around, wondering, well, what to do next. Even the corrupted crow that is eyeballing the party with much distaste. As we go back to your, friends, the raging fairy and the, alchemist elf comforting her, her rage seems to be at a, simmering point now. Is there anyone else you would like to speak with, or anything else you would like to do within the Court of Butterflies?
Drian continues to desperately try and not making eye contact with the crying fairy.
Yeah, Bonsai's pretty much just looking to Rain for support or guidance, expecting that the Moonblade should be showing up soon.
Bro, we ordered this Moonblade like an hour ago.
Why do we have Prime for...
Yeah, Amazon Prime me a Moonblade!
Yeah, it said it was going to be here in 30 minutes, and I'm going to be honest, I think we get it for free if it's not delivered by then.
Hot and fresh, or it's free.
Moonblade.
Would you like to talk to the fairy's manager?
Please, no.
That's a trap.
I think we just turned it into a tree.
You're right, we did just turn him into a tree. Can we talk to the regional manager?
The assistant to the regional manager.
Is no one here, like, other than the other, I guess, Hala taking over? Like, no one's reacting to Mercurius, like, not existing anymore?
What do you mean? He's right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's right there. He's a tree. So the sun elves are mostly watching you all, instead of Mercurius. You have become the most interesting thing here in the Court of Butterflies. The massive Borean shard in the center of the room probably contains enough mirth, joy, and amusement to last them for some time. And they seem to be still supping on this power as they watch you amble about the court.
What does the supping look like? Like, is there any like tendrils of energy going to them, or how does that materialize?
The Borean shard itself is emanating almost sun-like rays slowly. The rays of sun are yellow and warm, and oddly enough, the closer you get to the crystal, the giddier and happier. The giddier you feel. Not necessarily happy, as amusement and happiness are not necessarily the same thing. However, you do find
So this is
yourself...
affecting us as well.
unless you are resistant to charm effects. And then it will affect you significantly less. The way it manifests in the Sun Elves, it appears to be manifesting mostly out of their golden, irisless eyes in like a radiating orange glow that matches the same one of the Borean shard in the center.
Creepy. Rain gives us protection from charm, right?
If you're within 30 feet of her, you are you have advantage against charm effects.
Gotcha.
Now, the shard itself is not attempting to charm you, but it is, oddly enough, very interesting to look at. The facets and the way they reflect the light look different every time you gaze upon it.
Bonsai walks up and tries to touch the gem.
Him? I was gonna make a joke, but I'll actually play this one a little serious. That you touch the gem, and immediately you cannot tell if it's hot or cold, as it seems to fluctuate between the two, and the more you focus on it, the more that becomes the most interesting thing about it. The more you move your hand around, you can't really tell if it's radiating hot or cold, or if it's firm or slightly yielding. It's not malleable, but when you look up at it, but it hasn't changed, but you feel like something about it is change. But that doesn't make any sense. It's a static rock. Going beyond just touching it, you find touching it to be very entertaining. As the lights, as where you're pushing your hand in like a plasma ball, are coalescing under your fingertips and waves of orange and yellow.
Rain, do all the fairy courts have one of these?
What? Oh, the big fuck off crystal?
Yeah, I mean the fun crystal.
No. Well, I don't know about around here, but certainly not in the south. No.
Bonsai, make me a perception check. Nice. Hold on, I'm gonna fill up the chat log real
Bonsai's
quick.
never been giddy before in their existence.
Ow.
They're so distracted.
I'm gonna fill up the chat log real quick, so it scrolls. Ignore that!
Yo, brats!
No, crits out! Alright. Now, keeping in mind that the Borean shard here is concentrated amusement, you struggled to find Rain more interesting than touching all of the lights upon the crystal. The texture is now starting to change to be more perceptive of what you find interesting. Do you want it to feel soft? Do you want it to feel rough? Scratch at it or pick at it with your fingers, like an errant zit on the face. What is your desire, Bonsai? Do you like picking?
Bonsai does pick, but not from the crystal. Bonsai picks one of their good berries out of their plumage and plants it into the stone, almost like planting into the dirt, just out of curiosity.
The stone yields under the good berry, and like you were placing a piece of fruit in a pile of jello, it sucks it up. And the good berry now appears to be floating within the bounds of the crystal, ricocheting off all of the multi-facets. You know those screensavers that hit all the corners? It's like VHS, and then it like bounces from corner to corner. It starts like doing that within the Borean shard, but it's not quite hitting any edge, any like met corner of the facets. It's just hitting the planes. You feel yourself really wanting it to hit that corner.
Yeah, Bonsai sticks in 2 more, 1 for each of us, to increase the odds.
Again, the berries continue to float within the Borean shard. But they do not hit the edges. They will not give you what you want. Not quite yet. You'll just have to watch and wait.
While Bonsai's waiting, they just idly chew on their own good berry to gain 1 health.
You pop a good berry into your mouth. Boop. 1 hit point. The good berries flutter about within the Borean shard, understanding what you want, but not quite giving you the satisfaction of the resolution. Ah, now you seem to understand the amusement. As if there was an end or a resolution, then the amusement stops. So it seems to understand that in the end, you want to see the good berry hit the edge of the screen. That would be cool. So rare. But it will never happen. You feel like it could? But the charm resistance that rain emanates tells you just inherently that this will entertain and interact with you forever. But it will not ever give you the resolution that you want. A game played, you will never win. A conversation, you'll never learn anything from. It is merely...
Day late, a buck short.
It is merely a wave of information without retention or knowledge.
Bonsai is fully enthralled by this. There's nothing that appears like they're going to be pulled away from it anytime soon.
Working as intended. Rain, what are you doing?
Rain is looking at her watch, tapping her foot, waiting for whatever the fuck they're discussing up there to be over so we can get the blade and leave. However, while Bonsai is distracted, I believe Shudderwing would come up next to him.
Absolutely. I will let you narrate. Bonsai, the Curious Three Wolf Moon t-shirt wearing young man, walks up near you, a comfortable distance away, but also looks at the good berries floating within the rock. He taps the crystal with a knuckle, and it makes a very, well, crystal sound. Thunk, thunk, thunk. What do you say?
You think I should add more?
More... Hang on. More what? What are you talking about? Sorry.
Well, you see, the good berries, which contain all of my essence and energy, and... Oh, are you hungry? Would you like one?
No, thank you.
Okay, no worries. Everyone says no for some reason. But they're just they're bouncing around inside there, and I just know they're going to be able to hit that corner, but it's not quite doing it. So, do you think I should add more to increase the chances?
Shudderwing narrows his eyes at you quizzically. You're bonsai, right?
Yes, that's correct. That's how my party and the nature knows me.
Uh-huh. And I heard you're the last Arborian.
Everyone keeps saying that, so I assume that's what I'm supposed to say yes to, but I don't even know if I actually am an Arborian. I don't know if I would be the last, but certainly there were some before, and I met Sika, who's the progenitor of many Arborians, and she's not doing so great. But I'm charged with making sure that Arctis is protected from the evils of Tiamat. Are you familiar with them?
Shudderwing would understand that when he has heard the word Tiamat, that they are referring to a great aspect of the worm, a concentrated being of evil, working against life in all its forms.
I have heard of Tiamat. But if you're the last Arborian, and your good berries hold your essence, do you really think it's wise to toss them into this crystal? I assure you, I'm pretty sure it has all of the essence it needs from every fool around here.
Why wouldn't it be wise? They grow every day, and my nature makes me feel like I should just spread them as much as I can.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Shudderwing, Rain, Drion, Bonsai, as the goings-on are happening, you see the buzzard Munir head up to Hala upon the Court of Butterflies throne, and he begins having a quiet conversation with her.
You definitely notice Shudderwing's eyes tracking movement past your shoulder, Bonsai, and he's eyeing Munir.
With a 6 perception?
He's not subtle about it.
You can re-roll perception for that. It's a different, definitely a different encounter.
I'll do insight, actually.
Sure. Oh no, maybe should have.
Maybe not.
Should have stuck with A.
So, you've been around here for a while, sir. Mercurius,
Not really.
does he usually turn into a tree?
Again, I haven't really been here that long. I don't think he's turned into a tree before, from what I understand, but this is not really my scene. You do have quite the admirer, though. Don't know if you've noticed.
Were you talking about Trion? He usually uses me as a scratching post.
The buzzard is gesturing angrily at Hala and gestures with a wing back towards the party.
Trion kind of takes a few steps back and is very openly looking at the exchange, trying to listen in.
Do you know who that is? Shudderwing points in the direction of Munir.
Do you mean the elf in the circle that came with us, or Mercurius, the Lord of Mirth? I don't know the other. Hala, I believe she introduced herself as?
The large bird.
Oh, yes. We encountered one of his kind previously. They were corrupting Sika and what was left of her. It did not meet a pleasurable end for it, for sure.
Just FYI, Shudderwing is aware of the in this particular plane the purpose of the were-ravens and their close ties to this ancient people.
I've got
Christina, just bumping my perception check.
Oh, apologies. Drion, with a 23. As you listen in on Munir and Hala, Hala appears to be mostly dismissive of Munir's pleas, but he is trying to convince Hala that relinquishing the Moonblade would cause the Court of Butterflies to lose a significant amount of power and status, as the Moonblade is a treasured thing amongst nobles, and having it puts a ace up your sleeve. Munir tries to convince Hala to try and give you something else, or at least say the Moonblade has been misplaced.
Drion pauses while listening, and then Rain and Bonsai hear over the telepathic link. I think the bird's trying to stop us from getting the Moonblade.
That'd be very unfortunate.
Also, Christina, just to point out, Drion is not being subtle about the way he's kind of watching Munir and Hala.
As you say that, Munir looks over his shoulder and meets eyes with you, and his gaze narrows. And if he had lips, they would curl into a sneer. But he just gets a fluffy neck feathers and turns back to Hala.
Drion just continues staring. He doesn't seem phased.
Butterwing will repeat his question to Bonsai. Do you know who that is? The large bird man.
No, I'm sorry I don't know court politics or right etiquette or whatever, but no, I definitely do not.
But you recognize him, you said, as a similar entity you've already destroyed?
Only in the sense that I recognize you as a human.
But
okay, fair enough. But you're aware that there's a connection to you, to the Arborians? With his people and yours?
Are you referring to their sacred charge? To what Sika and the other world trees worked with them about? Is that what you're referencing?
More or less.
I mean, to answer your question, yeah, I have some awareness, but to be honest, I've not been conscious for very long, and there's been a lot of information that's kind of been, how would you say it? I don't know, injected into my DNA or my being, downloaded, I guess, recently, and I'm still trying to figure it all out.
Shudderwing smirks. I get the feeling.
Through the telepathic bonds, Bonsai hits up Rain. Rain, this individual's prying quite a bit. Any reason I should be worried about them or not share too much?
This is the fucking meme of the guy with the gun, but it's the same guy behind himself with the gun to his own head. Yeah,
Always
Rain.
has been.
Always has been.
Well, what is he prying about, Bonsai?
Well, a lot about our experience with Sika and some of the information that she told me, and I guess the were-ravens that we fought against to kind of free her originally.
You've been pretty open about Sika. You literally just handed her branch over to Mercurius. Is there something particularly sinister about him that worries you?
No, it's just Flix made me feel like I shouldn't trust any fae or fairies or anyone that might be here, and I forgot about that until after I think I might have said too much.
As Fae go, this man is the least fairy-looking person in this entire room.
Does Rain acknowledge that he is absolutely not a fae?
Rain can visibly see that this man is a human.
Well, he's definitely not a fairy, Bonsai.
Well,
And-
I mean, neither are those sun elves, but they're still here, right?
Well, they're fae, though. They belong to the Fae Court. He is not a fae.
Got it. Fair enough.
That said, I mean, I probably still wouldn't trust anybody here, but then again, he was also with Kaelin, who's apparently Flix's patron, and I really know nothing about that, so... That sounds like a whole mess that Flix is all too conveniently absent to provide illumination on.
Out of character, where did we get the resonant 3 moon wolf shirt? Was
It was
Bonsai around
some
for that?
random loot that Flix picked up from like House Arctis.
Yeah, it was just like some
Okay,
random
so
loot.
yeah, Bonsai wouldn't know the history of it. Got it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I don't know. Just maybe be careful, Bonsai. Don't accept any bargains without understanding what's being asked for, or without consulting us first. That's probably better. Don't accept any bargains without talking with us first.
Fair enough. Thank you for your support and oversight. And Bonsai like turns their attention back to the bouncing good berries within the Borean Shard.
Excuse me for Dreon. Eventually, Hala physically pushes Munir slightly and looks very annoyed, and he takes a step back. Enough, Munir. Our visitors are getting the Moonblade. It does not belong to us. Let it go. Munir. You are making a terrible mistake, Hala.
Drian walks up next to Mora and leans in within whispering distance. Still waiting for your chance?
She looks up at Munir and back down on the ground and continues feigning exhaustion.
Drian snickers.
But not
Insight?
incredibly well. Oh. She's not as tired as she looks. In fact, she seems perfectly capable and ready to pounce, crouched like a hunting cat.
Drian snickers as he kind of puts 2 and 2 together and then takes a step away so as to not cramp her style.
She grabs like your just very subtly, like the bottom of your cloak or robe as you walk away, and she looks at you and looks at your hands. Didn't even bring me a dagger.
Drian gestures at the 3 glaives he's holding. A little small for a weapon, don't you think?
She looks it up and down. Just one. All it takes is just one good throw. I hear they have hollow bones.
Drian takes the...
Wait, hold on. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
War of the Crown is happening behind my computer right now. Boys, both boys, 2 large cats. Actually, 1 small cat and 1 big cat. There cannot be war during the D&D session. Let's jump on the love sack. That's right. Yep, both of you. Yep.
They love war!
No war! No, it's causing my entire setup to shake like an earthquake is happening. Tabby. Alright. The war has stopped. Please continue.
Drian reaches for the glaive on his back that's rather plain looking, and he doesn't extend it fully in her direction, but he holds it a bit from his body, and he's like, "You want it?"
She looks back at Rain, and you can hear her teeth grinding. I did promise. She just looks like she wants to take it and like holds her hand out to the glaive very briefly and pulls it back. No. God, but I want to.
Drian takes it and puts it on his back again. Smart choice.
With an 8% of performance, I assume Ray just sees all of this happening right in front of her.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like kind of cocks an eyebrow and then like nods in some slight approval.
Dreon shrugs. You'll get your chance.
She says, I'm nothing but patient.
Dreon gives her a smart nod, and then, while still standing next to her, turns and looks back at Munir.
He continues to plead with Hala. Especially about this fledgling Rain Silver song. A noble from a foreign court. What power could she possibly have? What influence on the powerful court of butterflies, those that can create their own reality to fulfill any desire? What would they need with someone like Rain when they can just make anything they want? That is the line of thinking that Munir is going through, but much like most of the things within the hunt, they are immaterial. Except for the items you picked up in there. For some reason, you still have them.
Dreon says, again, speaking still in a low voice, Time was I would have beat his ass myself, but wouldn't do anything.
No, there's still too many here. If I did this, we could possibly lose our own lives. No, you're right, and so is Rain. It's best to be patient.
Dreon nods, seeming satisfied with that response.
But first chance I get. She looks very seriously at Dreon. I will not hesitate.
Did she say, I don't think we talked last episode about like why she hates Munir.
The only thing that you can surmise right now is that he is the one that has been taking her memory and then putting her back through the ringer.
Has that has been said, right?
Not expressively.
But when
So, you can ask
Mercurius was talking, they kind of alluded that Munir was involved in like what she was going through. That's kind of what I remember.
Yes, there is some implication that he is involved with the weird magic shit that Dreon would probably refer to it as, that happened within that pocket realm.
Right, he hasn't admitted it, but there's the implication.
There's the implication.
Dreon looks back at her. Why they pick on you?
Me? Not only did I
Dreon.
orchestrate, well, most of what had happened on the bridge vault, I went to great lengths to ensure. It sounds so silly to say now, but that the mission would be successful. From everything on my side, I thought we were fine. Then the wards fell, and everything started coming out. Who keeps monsters in a vault? For what? Amusement? To run us through like a zoo?
Dreon nods and then looks resigned for a moment. You do this long enough, and sometimes things don't go your way.
I don't know how many times they put me through that scenario to punish me. Oh, my head is pounding, my body is exhausted. And every time that I regain consciousness, remember that bird's face, its eyes staring at me, and whispering words. Something about the bridge vault. Blood. She holds her head. I'm sorry, everything is still fragmented. Ugh.
Dreon actually looks like fairly sympathetic about this. It's that fucking magic.
I don't know how long they've been messing with my mind, but frankly, I'm a bit tired of magic today myself.
Dreon nods and he says over the mental link. Any update on this Moonblade?
Does it
Thought
look
you were
like
getting
they're giving
that.
us an update on the Moonblade? They're still discussing things, presumably.
Dreon grumbles. I think if we stay here too long, something bad's gonna happen.
Oh, most likely.
Oh, you're okay with that? Okay. You're over the television. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Dreon looks back and looks back to Mora. Well, you may get your shot sooner than you were looking for.
Well, let's just keep that to ourselves for now.
Dreon leans in a little closer and he whispers, "When it does, just stay behind me."
She smirks a bit. Or you can stay behind me.
If you find a dagger, he says, kind of taunting her.
She looks over at the buffet table. I might have an idea.
Dreon looks over and, yeah, that might do. Then he grins. He looks excited.
What do you all do?
Shudderwing watches Bonsai get distracted again. You
He's
know, I used to
watching.
know. I used to know a very small bird who used to get easily distracted by shiny objects, just like you.
This is different, though. I haven't seen this before, and it's just getting so close to that corner every time.
It's not so different. It's designed to keep you distracted. That's its whole
Oh.
purpose. That's what this
Wait.
whole place's purpose is.
Is it magic?
Shudderwing looks at it and looks back at you. Yeah, I think it's magic.
Just a record scratch. The whole party stops and looks at Bonsai.
This is why there's a break in the barrier and all of the evil is coming through, and Arctis is in danger. It's because of stupid things like this distracting us and pulling us away from the mission. Rain, where the hell is... We made a trade. Part of that trade was not a delivery date 10 years into the future. Can we speed it up?
Bonsai, make me a wisdom save.
Save or check?
Check, please. Sorry.
Massively different.
Sorry.
It's an extra plus 10 if it were save.
Oh, yes.
That's still real good.
As you're complaining audibly to Rain, you suddenly realize that, the situation that you're in is actually just a part of the amusement. Amusement and interest without resolution. Will you ever get the Moonblade?
Yeah, you can see Bonsai noticeably realizing what's going on. They look around the room. So there, what of this is natural? So are these plant roots in the northwest, northeast? Are those real plant roots, or are they decorations? And this table, is it real wood or is it imitation fairy wood? How much of this place is potentially real?
Real. Make me a perception check. So it is all quite real, but I'm going to need a little more definition on what natural is. There are some roots that are on the pillars to the northwest and the northeast that look like they have been grown from plants. There is some moss that seems to be growing from in between this pond harboring another amusement borean shard and the edge of the wall, and is feeding off of the moisture there. It also appears to be a bed for some wandering sunflower sprites who are hopping in and out of the moss playfully, laughing.
Okay, you see Bonsai like calms slightly. Like there is some organicness to this area, but yeah, Rain, you can tell that Bonsai is pretty quickly turned pretty uncomfortable.
Are you okay, Bonsai? Did you have an uncomfortable conversation?
No, the conversation was fine, but I realized that this is not progressing as I expected. I thought we were going to come in here, make a trade, or maybe eliminate whoever was holding what we needed, get the Moonblade, and get out of here.
Would you prefer we just murder everybody?
I mean, we don't need to murder. We just need to get the thing. Should we just... I don't know. How do courts work?
Do you know where it is? Do you know
Do
who
you?
has it?
Well, the tree was what I thought has it. Now it's not going to talk to us.
Well, they have it, presumably, somewhere in a vault or under safekeeping of some kind.
Do you think we should send Drion to go find it?
I don't know that Drion could just find it. I imagine that this is a rather large palace.
And you're just okay with them toying with us like this?
I'm okay with it. No, not particularly, but it does seem like the most judicious option as of right now. I'm less keen on murdering everybody and torturing them for the answers right now. But the longer time goes on, I suppose that option becomes better looking.
Yeah, speaking of time, do you get a sense like things are warped in here just like they were in that prison?
Time is always weird with fairies. But if it helps you feel better at all, Bonsai, the one thing that makes me feel very calm about the situation is that Hala and I came to an agreement. Agreements are difficult to break between Fae. She might toy with us and drag things out a little bit, or maybe there is some legitimate discussion of succession going on up there, I'm not sure. But at the very least, she will eventually honor her agreement.
Oh, okay, that does make me feel a little bit better. Thank you.
I'm a little more concerned with where Flix disappeared to. I hope he's alright.
Yeah, that lady over there sounded like she knew him.
Well, she made it very clear. It sounds like she was his mother or something.
Huh. Do you think Flix knew this is where we were going?
Oh, I absolutely think Flix knew where we were going to end up. That's why he's disappeared.
Is he a spy? How long have you known him?
Oh yeah, he's a spy. He's been pretty clear about that.
Right, I forgot about that conversation.
But he's also a bad spy.
How do you think Andrew knows all of this about the Armorians?
This is making me concerned, but not fearful, because I can't get fearful.
Immune to fear. But concerned. Not immune to concern.
He's also really good at dodging his responsibilities, as we all know. Talks about it all the time. Well, this seems like an perfect example of doing exactly that.
He also lies all the time, so he might have been lying from the beginning about dodging those responsibilities, and he might actually be here to destroy Arctis.
Maybe Flix was the Moonblade the whole time.
Pulls it out of his chest like fucking Utena. Yeah, that's right, revolutionary girl Utena!
I do kind of think that we're going to have to do something about the large bird up there, though. I'm a little worried that he's a little bit too agitated about you being around here.
Why me?
What do you mean, why you? You're the last living Arborian. Why wouldn't he hate you?
Was he... Wait, why would he be that racist?
Aren't your people disappearing is the reason that his people are all fucked up like that, right?
Yes.
That's what we found out?
Yes.
I mean, kind of, but, like, it's not like we intended for that to happen. And I say we, it wasn't me. It was the people I came from. They didn't intend that.
No. Of course not, Bonsai. I'm not saying that you're to blame. I'm just saying there's understandable that he would hold you to some form of accountability for that, or your people. I mean,
That is just silly. That is just absolutely ridiculous. Okay,
do you
what is
feel
he in this court? Why is he talking to the leader right now?
Do you not feel any sense of responsibility for those in your people's charge?
Absolutely not. We do what we are like in existence to do. We pass on life. We die. That provides nutrients to other life, and it continues on the cycle.
That's not life, though. I mean, look at him. Look at the people that, like, the other harpies we've seen. They're not.
They didn't have
It's
to
not
do
part
that.
of
They
the
could have
cycle.
done many other things.
How do you know that? Your people were their protectors, Bonsai. They were there to serve you, and now they're like this. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying maybe it's not entirely black and white.
Yeah, I mean, if a bird makes a nest in a tree and that tree gets sick and dies and falls over, like, it's not the tree's fault that the bird no longer has a nest.
No, but I think a more apt analogy would be, but then the tree gets up and walks away, and all the birds fall out of the nest. Even if that tree was going to do something important, that's still collateral damage, right?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. So if Sika and the other world trees, they entered into a pact with an understanding with the were-ravens, and then the were-ravens gave themselves up entirely to that belief, I can see why they would be angry. Yes.
I'm just seeing your people are all turned to stone and shit, and they're all scruffy and scraggly and angry all the time. Those two things seem directly linked to me.
Yeah, it's all caused by the evils of Tiamat. We should all be focusing our energy and aggression towards that evil being and making sure it doesn't get to Arctis.
Yeah, sure. I think we're in agreement.
Do you think this particular bird is influential?
Which one? The one you were just talking with?
No, wait, what do you mean? The human?
Oh, yeah. He's a were-raven. Kaylin explained that, like, minutes ago.
Oh, I was, I'm sorry, I was a little distracted. There's a lot here that is new to me.
And no, I don't think he's very influential. I mean, look at his clothes.
Oh, but no, I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about the one talking to the new leader, it looks like.
Oh.
Munir, you said? That one. With the shiny teal turquoise gemstone dagger.
Very possibly. He certainly seems to think he's very influential. But he's not a fae any more than any other were creature is, so can't imagine he holds too much sway in this court.
Oh, okay, well, I'd like to get his perspective. Bonsai starts walking purposefully towards the front.
With that,
Oh.
Rain steps forward to Mora and Dreon. And
who are having
subtle-
a brief moment, and apparently her act is really shitty.
and Rain is going to go ahead and pass off her family sword. It's a +2 rapier. She's just going to pass it subtly to Mora, like, handmaiden of Fairy Court should be armed, yes?
Yes. Absolutely,
Yes.
I agree 110%.
This will
Dreon,
not end well.
Dreon sees the exchange. Well, that solves that.
Oh, no, I think this will end very well. What's your plan, Rain?
Oh, no, we do not start it. That is the plan.
As you all
as
are...
Rain watches Bonsai stride up.
1 second. Oh, why are you so loud?
And maybe let's step outside of where they have the bubble of force.
What, you don't want to be in the hunt portal shunted over to another plane? Ooh. I'm out, I'm free. Munir is now talking quietly with Hala. Bonsai, make me a perception check. The only thing that you can hear from that distance is that Munir is gesturing at her, and for a moment he takes his clawed hand and makes a couple gestures near her face. And he is casting a spell.
Bonsai's more intent on like what the other folks in the court are doing, like Tilda and the sycophants. Like, do they notice that this is happening?
Oh, they're watching.
Alright, I guess that's normal. Bonsai just like basically stays at the current distance and just like
Actually, let me be more specific. I apologize for interrupting. The Sun Elves are watching. They're just amused with the drama. Tilda, however, is a smaller fairy with multicolored hair, and she appears to just be staring off into space, surrounded by a rainbow of scintillating color. She's giggling to herself and just appears to be playing with the light. She's actually just completely not paying attention to her surroundings. You see Hala stand up very suddenly and attempt to shove Munir. What are you doing? One second. She is not very good at shoving. Munir keeps his hand and grabs Hala's offending shoving hand in return. Hala, don't do this. You know my counsel to be true. I have not failed Mercurius. I will not fail you. Let me do this. Absolutely not. We have already negotiated it. My word is final. Mercurius would never. Hala now standing, and Munir looks back to everyone else.
Drion looks up, having, by his definition, kind of sneakily sauntered up. He looks up as Munir turns around. Problem?
Giving you the Moonblade is foolish and lessens our position as a court. You have no court, no official, true standing in Arctis. You are less than dirt, and beyond Hala's interest.
Yeah? Who fucking asked you? That's the agreement.
Hey, wait. Dirt of the right kind is what enriches all of life. So less than dirt, that's most of us are less than dirt.
Drion
Silence, Arborean!
Drion looks over at Bonsai and then just telepathically. When you do that, it really lessens the impact of what I did.
Oh,
you
sorry.
Come here to my court and threaten to lecture me? Arborean, you should be tried. Hala! If he is truly the last Arborean, then the memories locked in within his mind are invaluable. Ally yourself with Rain, but leave the Arborean here. We need his knowledge, and whatever he's brought back with us.
Drion looks at Hala, and he's kind of like nudging towards Munir, like, eh?
Excuse me, sir. I was under the impression that you were not part of this court, so you're already kind of being presumptuous there. Also, who knows if I'm the last Arborian? Who knows if I even am an Arborian? And finally, you assume my pronouns. That is very offensive.
What?
I expected better of you.
How dare you correct me in my own court?
Truly, he's incredibly disrespectful.
Over the top of that, Rain, you said this Munir was not from this court. I'm confused.
Did Rain notice that he tried to cast a spell?
Let's see, verbal, somatic. Make me a perception check. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Would Rain have been with that roll? Would Rain have been able to identify what spell he tried to cast?
It's a 5th level spell. Look. Yeah. Yeah, Rain, you definitely understand some of the words that would modify one's memory. Seems like Munir's trying to adjust Hala's memories in order to reframe this conversation.
I think he thinks he's part of this court. I think he actually thinks it is his court. Be careful.
He's certainly saying it like that, but no one else seems to believe that.
Does Hala look like she reacted negatively to him, but does she look otherwise, like, affected?
She is not currently affected. But judging by the way her fists are clenched at her sides, she is holding back violence. Probably understanding that it is uncourt-like behavior.
Hala, I believe you may have just been attacked. In your own court, no less.
I fear that Munir has made a terrible error and is trying to get me to change my mind about what I've already decreed. The Moonblade will be returning to Maginox with rain. And your whispers in my ear, Munir, will not change my mind.
I don't care about the Moonblade.
He points at Bonsai.
You know they abandoned us, twisted our people. I demand, at the very least, that the memories of the Arborian remain here in the court.
His body is free to go.
There. I'm not that evil. Their body is free to go where they wish.
Apologies, who are you to be making demands?
Yeah,
this is not your court.
More assumptions here, sir. We did not abandon you. It was Tiamat that caused all of the issues and is continuing to potentially destroy Arctis. Just because a murderer came into your house and killed your parent doesn't mean that your parent abandoned you.
You willingly left Arctis, left us behind to suffer with the foul effects of the slow.
I did none of these things, but even Sika and the rest of the Arborians that I'm aware of, there wasn't a choice.
There was always a choice. We could have found another way. You Arborians had already begun trying to see what you could do to purify the slow. Didn't know its proximity was already bringing us to ruin.
You're too focused on the past. We need to think about the choices that you're making now and into the future. The slow is still there, it is still growing, it is still corrupting. Yet you're here trying to prevents progress, prevents the rest of safety from happening.
You come to me with an empty head full of hope, but here I am, holding the memories of my twisted people. You are only ambition, returned here to fulfill a purpose you do not know or understand. I remember.
You are correct. I do have an empty head. I'm sorry. I am very new to this world and what's going on, but it's not about the head. It's not about those choices. It's about the roots. And the roots of this world are getting sick. And it's up to all of us to stop that.
He looks around at the Sun Elves and, seeing no help from the lazy elves, looks at Tilda, who is not paying attention to anything except the rainbow colors floating around her head. Sadly, he looks back at Hala, now begins to plead.
Hala, please.
He shakes her head at him. No. No, Munir. You have already shown a lack of tact and trust by trying to ensorcel me. And what? Remove or change my mind for me? Absolutely not. Your guidance to Mercurius has... well... She looks at the tree. No longer needed.
You can merely just expel me from court?
He looks at Rain and Bonsai and Drian. Mercurius is no longer here. And I can. Munir looks around frantically for help.
Elves! What of your lord?
He points at the tree.
These visitors turned your lord into a tree! Surely this means the end of your eternal amusement.
This only seems to get a slight shift of annoyance from the Sun Elves. What do you all do?
I believe it's time that we escort Munir to the door.
Say no more. Drian is going to attempt to grapple Munir.
Ooh, go ahead.
What is this, an athletics or strength check?
Yours is athletics. He can choose acrobatics or athletics.
Drian suddenly looks back to Bonsai, and he's like, he says something. I think would be good to get Arctis's protection in on this one.
Oh, you always have it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. I thought that was I thought we were having like a Drax moment in Guardians of the Galaxy where it's like, you are always protected by Arctis.
Nothing goes over Drian's head.
Yeah, he'd catch it. He's too fast.
I catch it, yeah, he's too fast.
Okay, so
Oh.
22.
Oh my god.
Drian looks back for a second at Rain and gives a nod, and then immediately reaches up and puts an arm under each of Munir's armpits and puts him in the rack.
Ah! Unhand me, feline.
I need everybody to roll initiative for me.
Let's fucking go!
Bonsai's still just looking at Mercurius, trying to decide if it's alive or not.
Is a tree alive? Checkmate, atheists.
Got him.
Alright, one moment, please.
Is there a window so Drian can throw Munir out and then say no ticket?
Yeah. The sun is shining through those windows and they look like thick glass, man.
Nice.
Unhand me, feline!
Rain, you're up.
Rayan's got him. So Rain's feeling pretty good. Rain is going to stay within 30 feet of them, though, in case he tries to pull some more modify memory bullshit.
Okay.
So I guess Rain will do... Yeah, like right about here. That's it.
Okay. Munir is grappled. He thinks about his life. One moment.
He thinks about his spell list
He does.
and the horrible things he could do.
He does.
He thinks he probably should have gone to the gym. Maybe lifted a little.
One moment.
You think you can handle me? In my own court? Burn in the light of Aurelia!
And he will cast a wall of light.
Drian takes an attack of opportunity.
What the fuck?
Rain will also counterspell.
Okay, Drian, make an attack of opportunity on Munir. Rain, it is a 5th level spell.
I was planning to spend a 5th level, assuming he casts Modify Memory again anyway, so I will just go ahead and spend the 5th level.
You
Like
fucking crit him?
Nice!
So as he starts casting, Drian like cuts him off mid spell and just like stabs him. He goes, none of that. None of
Feel
that.
the light of Aurelia! Grunk!
And both Drian and Rain just immediately shut him up.
Shit.
He cannot. He is grappled. He can't move. Drian.
So, he was originally grappled in 2 hands, and then as he started to cast, Drian just firmly got him underneath one and pulled the glaive out with his free hand and just stabbed him right in the gut. Drian's gonna insight check.
Well, what would you like to know?
Just take his health bar.
Okay. 1 second. There you go.
So Drian looks down after stabbing him and watching his spell get, not happening. And Drian looks down at him and goes, "You done?"
Never! The light of the sun belongs to the... the right hands!
Drian begins stabbing him again.
Jesus Christ, that'll hit. Oh, the combat superiority die, I see. He's going the distance. Jesus. I like the new glaive animation. It looks really good.
It does look really good. And then Drian looks at him again. "You done now?"
Oh,
Drian gets distracted and misses him with the butt of the glaive, and then, he's gonna say, "Anytime you're done." And that's gonna end his turn.
he spits a glob of mucus out of his mouth and near your face.
This fucking guy.
A buoyant harborer.
Bonsai.
So looking around, is anyone else like jumping into combat? Is this just Munir being a dick?
No one else is helping. They're watching. That seems to be a common trend here.
Bonsai just confidently strolls up and just like puts out one finger onto Munir's mouth and just goes, shh. And then, with the power of Arctis, says, "Relax, bro."
No! You can't just chill bro my bird. Oh, he got chill broed.
Alright, he has to spend an entire round relaxing.
Alright, he's gonna fucking
then-
chill.
With Bonsai's bonus action, he whips out the whip. Just to show that we mean business.
Oh
That's the end of
no!
Bonsai.
Top of the round. Round 2. Rain. You're up. Drion is still got a good hold of him, but Munir is casting some spells.
Not for another 6 seconds.
He is, but he's grappled, right?
He is.
Can Rain walk up and put the dimensional shackles on him since he's grappled?
Can you link the shackles?
I think so.
The dimensional sexy times handcuffs?
Just click the thing.
Oh, since it's combat, you might have to target him and click it to show him.
Oh, yeah, maybe that might help.
Yeah, if something ever is not showing in chat, you probably just have to target either
Oh,
him
there
or
it
yourself.
goes.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's actually prompting a check from me. So he has to be incapacitated, not grappled for the free. You
Okay,
use an action,
so-
place these shackles on an incapacitated creature. So he's not incapacitated, so that strength roll is... he has no desire to have those shackles on, by the way.
I mean, that's reasonable. So then I guess what Rain will actually do to start with then is she will... where the fuck are my spells? There we go. Do I still have them targeted though? No. Oh, that would not be work. Alright. Oh. Oh, I just got like a repeat of my turn. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Her initiative was faster than yours, so I think it just procced her turn twice. But Mora
it
sees shit
reset my
happening, and she's
target.
like,
Okay. Hang on. Had to go back in and retarget him. There we go.
oh no, he
Rain
had
will-
to press T.
Rain will go ahead and psychic lance him.
Oh, motherfucker. Int save? God, he's rolling like ass!
So now he's incapacitated, and
No.
now Rain will apply the shackles.
It's an action to apply the shackles. You got that free action?
Is it?
It is.
Oh, then I can't possibly. Okay, then Rain hands the shackles behind her. Mora, get up here, please.
Mora's like, fuck yeah. Do you end your turn?
Yeah, that'll be the end of. Ray needs somebody else to put the shackles on because otherwise the incapacitation will go up. So that's it.
Bonsai could definitely do it.
Mora will take her turn. Her initiative is actually faster than Rain's. Do you give her the shackles?
Yeah, Rain just holds them out. If you wouldn't
Yoink.
mind.
Not at all. She puts them around the scrungly wrists of the were-raven and snaps them closed. Better you than me. She looks down at the incapacitated were-raven, who is grappled, commanded to chill, and incapacitated. He chills. Drion?
Drion watches all this unfold and then he looks at Rain. So you want him dead? What do you want here?
I don't know. Do we want him dead?
He looks at
I don't-
Mora.
I don't think so. He's just confused. And
You hear at the same time two voices shout. Mora says yes, and Andrew says no.
Better win. Nobody knows who the
doesn't-
fuck Andrew is.
Yeah, Drian doesn't fucking know who Andrew is,
Yeah.
and Moore probably the only person in this room aside from Rain and maybe Bonsai that he respects. So he's gonna start blasting.
Oh shit.
Is there any kind of advantage on an incapacitated target who's grappled?
Oh, an incapacitated target that's grappled. No.
I mean, I just feel like he's got to be real easy to hit.
He is prone though, because Bonsai told him to chill, so you do have advantage, I think, because of that.
Oh yeah.
He
he-
has to take his action to do that, though, and he can't do an action when he's incapacitated.
Oh, you're right.
That is correct. Oh my
right.
god. Okay, he's just gonna be
Sequencing.
incapacitated. Order lull. Drian is going in with the glaive. Slam, slam. Bah! Bah! Ooh.
Nope.
And the butt end of the mace. Pretty good.
We're gonna end his turn.
This guy is not having a good day. Bonsai? Question mark?
Does Bonsai have any idea what these shackles do?
Yeah, they're the same ones we put on Mora to keep her from teleporting away and stuff.
So is that going to basically make Munir not a combatant, or are they
Well,
still a problem?
No, he can
He's
still become a combatant.
spellcaster, yeah. He's also a spellcaster, so he can. They don't prevent him from casting spells. It just prevents him from leaving this plane.
It would-
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, it keeps him from teleporting. Any translocation.
Yeah, any
spell.
so he can't like Misty step out of this, which he probably would have tried to do next turn.
Yeah, that seems good. Damn it.
It ties him to this dimension.
Alright, we're going to insight check Munir.
Yeah, what would you like to know?
I don't know.
You just see you zooming. Panning,
I mean,
zooming.
I guess, yeah. Does anything happen if he dies? Like, is he going to explode on us and destroy the court?
Here, hold on 1 second. That was a good question. No, but he is an extremely adept spellcaster.
Okay. Yeah, Bonsai's just gonna go to Drian. Drian, don't keep stabbing him. We might need him alive. Just trust me and Rain.
Drian
For
perks
a moment.
brow.
Moira, you too.
What?
Please don't stab him yet.
It's Mora. There's no I in there.
We're all we. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Bonsai's gonna hold their action, and if Munir starts to speak in a spellcasting sort of way, Bonsai is going to put out the finger and go shh and chill again. E.g. cast command. But that is the end of Bonsai's turn.
Okay. Mora, armed with a rapier, looks at Rain. It looks like she's looking for permission. Permission to stab. Rain.
Sorry, I was muted. Bonsai asked us to not, so let's refrain from stabbing for now.
She
Or
grips the
stab him in-
rapier.
Stab him in non-vital organs.
Oh, goody.
Non-fatally wounding organs.
She just thinks, looks at him. Oh, which
Just in
one's-
case.
Yeah, which one? Which one is that?
He has like 2 kidneys, right? Like, it's probably fine.
Does he?
Actually, I don't know. Rain doesn't know anything about Were-Raven biology.
All right.
Also, technically, he is Hollow's prisoner after all of this, so his fate is Hollow's decision as well.
Oh, then I can
He's
just
just standing
knock him
there.
out. Right, just a conk on the head. Just it'll do him good.
That seems fine. He won't get any brain damage from that.
Just a little bit of brain damage.
Oh my god, is this what a real rogue can do with a sneak attack? Damn!
Oops, that's supposed to be with advantage. That's fine. I think I've got some of the less vital organs.
Yeah, these are non-lethal stabs to the head, right?
There's a couple just pummel strikes to the back of the neck. Mora seems satisfied enough. Rain, you're up.
Rain will... He's still grappled.
He is. And now visibly wounded.
Rain will cast slow on him,
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. I guess polymorph him too. I guess I could do that. Alright. That ends this pretty quick. So Rain will cast Mind Sliver on him first.
Okay. He'll make an int save. Jesus! He'll fail, even with that 18.
And we will follow it up with polymorph.
Oh god. He makes a wisdom save. Nope. Absolutely not.
This guy can't roll for shit.
He's having a really bad day.
What do you polymorph him into?
Just like a little adorable little chicken.
A chicken.
Yeah, like a scraggly looking chicken though. Like he's like definitely lost feathers. Looks a little sickly.
Suddenly, as Mora resheaths the rapier, Munir turns into a chicken. Drion, you are now holding some KFC.
I don't know, be casting spells now.
So, fun fact, Drion had actually planned on tying Munir up, and Drion is not going to let this turn of events dissuade him from doing as such, so he's going to take the rope and begin tying up this chicken.
Okay, well, Drion can do that on his turn. Rain, what else are you
that's
doing?
it. That's Rain's turn.
Oh,
That
that's
was her
Rain's
action bonus
turn?
action. Yeah, that was it. Sorry, I thought I said that.
Munir is a chicken. He is still grappled. The dimensional shackles fall off him. He
I mean,
no longer,
technically,
he hasn't-
polymorph takes anything that he's wearing. Just saying.
He doesn't
Is
have
he wearing
wrists,
shackles?
though. Is he?
Well, yeah, but it
wearing-
becomes part of the form, is what I'm saying.
I can say they're around his feet, but they don't
yeah,
change
perfect.
size, so he just steps out of
sure.
them.
Okay, fine. I pick back up my shackles. I don't think he's teleporting anywhere as a chicken anyway. It's fine.
I cannot chicken. Can he try and get ungrappled as a chicken? Let's see.
You can
Acrobatics?
certainly try.
Drion, I need you to beat a 5. You grip the chicken tightly.
My chicken.
Just not too tightly, Drion. Not too tightly.
As it struggles, Drion calmly takes a rope from his pack and begins tying up the chicken. Do you
Drion,
need me to roll anything?
I do. Make me a sleight of hand check. You know how fucking hard it is to tie up a chicken with a length of 50 feet rope? You just kind of
We'll
like
find out.
loop it around the chicken a few like 100 times. The chicken's just thrashing everywhere. Man, this is gonna be really. This is not made to tie up chickens.
Does anybody have a bucket?
Wait, are you gonna roll counter to this? Are you gonna try to beat me, Christina?
Oh yeah, I am. Hold on.
Just saying, there's a chance.
The chicken slides out of the coils of rope and flaps its feathers into your face.
Drion looks up. I figured I'd try it.
He was still grappled, so shouldn't he have disadvantage?
That's technically true.
That is technically true. I'll roll again.
And that's why Drian had such a low roll. He's trying to do this not tying.
Oh my god!
It's still bad.
Oh my god.
The chicken barely beats and is not tied by the rope. Drion, what else are you doing that you unsuccessfully tie up this chicken?
Drion watches this happen, and then he picks up the rope and he kind of examines it. Yeah, it was kind of a long shot, wasn't it? And he just, he begins the process of recoiling the rope, and he looks around. You really just can't be too careful in these situations, and that's gonna end his turn.
Drion looks at the chicken. Chicken looks at Drion.
What? Bonsai?
Yeah, I mean, fuck, we always get in the weirdest fights. Bonsai's gonna, step a little closer and just, get in the chicken's face. And just give him the most, well thought out, intense, convincing speech that this chicken has come from a long line of, proud fowl that used to work for something and believe in something, and it's not about the decisions of the past, it's about what he does in the future. And he really probably doesn't want to die today. So he's just gonna try to convince him to chill the fuck out.
It's worth noting that he also does have the mental capacity of a chicken.
Oh yeah, Bonsai's fully aware of this as well.
Yeah.
Bonsai, Drion is holding Munir, who is clucking furiously and flapping his wings. Tell me what speech you regale the chicken with.
Oh, I described what Bonsai was going to do. I don't think I could do it justice.
Oh, but you must.
Oh, shit. Well, first of all, Bonsai's going to speak in Celestial.
Oh.
So, just, I'm about to give it, especially to all the viewers online, so just listen really hard for the next 6 seconds. Oh man, that was just the greatest speech ever. I'm sorry the human ears, and particularly over Twitch, you just can't hear the intonations of that celestial speech, but I mean, I heard it, and it was amazing.
And actually, I'm assuming now that it got muted because you took something that was copyrighted.
Yeah, there we go.
I see the same fear in your eyes that would take the heart of me.
As Bonsai speaks, the chicken stops flapping about and calms down significantly, enough to poop.
Drion throws it.
Thank you for your fertilizer.
Drion throws it as he notices it start to shit.
It is no longer grappled.
Bonsai tries to catch it?
Make me a grapple check.
A grapple? Wait, what's that? Dex?
It is athletics. Oh, this is...
Nope.
Bro!
The chicken is thrown onto the throne. And Hala gives a mildly startled, oh! While we are not in threatening combat, the chicken is going to begin to run around, and Mora kind of squats down and holds out her hands like, yeah, chicken, chicken, chicken. She is going to try and grapple it.
Come here, you little shit. Ah! Got you.
She holds up the chicken.
Glorious.
One, memory thief.
She shoves the chicken over to Rain.
Here, take it.
If I hold on to this any longer, I'm going to squeeze it to death.
No.
No,
Bonsai is the one to spare it. Bonsai, what are we doing with your chicken?
I mean, I think we need to put him in rehab, right?
What is rehab? Is that something where we defeather him, chop off his head, and roast him for dinner? Because if in that case, I'll bring the herbs.
Well, I don't know too much about magic, but I believe that would just turn him back into an angry were-raven.
Larger chicken. I'll bring more herbs.
Do you have some idea how to do this, Bonsai?
No, I just felt bad because he clearly wasn't a good combatant and was picking the wrong fight. Hala, when did Munir come to your court?
Munir's been a part of the court as long as I could remember. At least longer than me, he thinks.
Has he always been this deranged, or is this a more recent affliction?
Lord Mercurius was particularly interested in Munir's ability to alter memories. Seems like if somebody is experiencing something again for the first time, it brings a significant amount of amusement. And so he would utilize Munir's ability to take memories in order to re-experience things for the first time. Eventually, it started to grow into more public displays, larger amounts of amusement being garnered for she gestures around to like the sun elves and the large crystal in the center of the room, till more covetous purposes.
Erasing memories so people can experience something again. Rain, do you think that's what happened to me? I don't really remember anything from like before 2 weeks ago.
I don't know, Bonsai. I suppose it's possible. Also, while this conversation is happening, Shudderwing would be walking up, Christina.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hold on. 1 second.
You've got the chicken for like an hour, right?
Yeah, it's one hour of chicken.
Shudderwing shouts up to the throne. Sir Bonsai?
Oh, I am very much not a sir.
Oh, you did look like a regal knight there, but okay. If you're serious about rehabilitating your chicken, I could be of some assistance.
I might be completely in the wrong, and Drion might be the right one to make the call here. It just... Some of the things that Munir said, it feels like I should have some sort of responsibility if I'm to truly embody the last Aborian. No?
Drion looks at you and shrugs.
I don't know. I just, aside from solving the fate of everyone, I don't really have a purpose, and maybe raising this chicken might be part of finding one.
You know, that's not a real chicken, though. At some point, that will probably turn back into the other thing.
Well, to Mora? I can't pronounce it. To Mora's point, it's kind of just a bigger, darker chicken.
So you want to rear the bigger chicken?
Shudderwing, you just called your people chickens. The fuck?
Well, in this specific case, he's presently a chicken, and I don't think Shudderwing would really consider Munir a raven either. So
yeah, that's probably fair.
Formerly raven, perhaps.
Formerly known as a raven.
Driana looks up at Hala. So does this mean we get a Moonblade now?
She, like, blinks a little bit. Yes, of course. I feel like the residual effects of the constant threat of amusement was stalling the delivery. Forgive me, it's going to take some time for this influx of Mercurious's ill-gotten gains to dissipate. She looks at the Sun Elves, who are enraptured, as well as the younger Fae, who is just staring off into nothingness.
Dreon listens and he like tries to comprehend Hala's words, but kind of like tilts his head to the side, and then just shrugs and walks down the stairs and looks at Rain. This is a weird fucking place.
I did warn you, Dreon.
Dreon looks back up and watches everybody on the throne.
Bonsai now just looks very confused. No idea
What?
what to do with their branches.
Bonsai, are you serious about rehabilitating this chicken?
I
Says
don't
Rain.
know if it's possible. It occurred to me in my conversation with them that Sika might have done something like that.
Well, maybe you're growing. Or maybe you're learning things that you already knew. You're just remembering them.
There was a lot of memories that kind of got thrust on me that I'm still sorting through. While Bonza is kind of like mostly musing to themselves, plucks off another good berry and like tries to feed it to the chicken.
He eats it. The chicken seems very happy with the good berry. Hala tilts her head. As much as I detest murder in the court, it's quite uncouth. Bonsai, I do feel it is appropriate for you to, well, decide what you wish to do with Munir. You do have a lot of history with him. She looks over at Shudderwing. But I believe we have some interest from some visitors. She motions Shudderwing to move forward slightly. Shudderwing, what do you want to say to try and potentially rehabilitate that chicken?
Sorry.
I know, it's still funny.
Yeah, that does not stop being funny. Well, Bonsai, if you're serious about this, I could be of some assistance in helping you restore Munir to the light of Arctis, he says quizzically.
Well, yes. I mean, it's more about the universe in general, but for now, making sure that Arctis regains health is going to take all of us, and the more forces that we can shift from evil and Tiamat's ways to good and Arctis's ways, that just seems like a good thing.
Well, if I understand it correctly, Munir used to be in the charge of Arctis and has since fallen.
I honestly have no idea, but that sounds plausible.
I've seen others like him before.
What are you saying, Warden? Well, we know that Munir's people have been irreparably damaged by the slow. Are you saying you have some sort of cure?
I wouldn't call it a cure. It's a restoration, perhaps. It will take something from all parties who participate Bonsai. It's not free.
Will
But
it
I can
take
help
as
you.
long as getting the Moonblade?
It will take us as long as it takes. It depends. Depends on how long the list of Munir's sins are.
Ah. Rain, Drion, it's up to you. I don't want to hold this up.
No, Bonsai, this is up to you. This
I
is
mean,
your
can we
chicken
start
now.
it, and then if it takes too long, then we can just abandon and finish the stabbing if you need to?
Kaylin and her warden have been, honored guests here at the court. And so, you can... I've grown to know, the warden and Kaylin quite well. The warden believes that he can assist with the rehabilitation of Munir. Then I believe his words. However, I would consider Bonsai now the warden of the chicken.
Wait, hold on. Does that mean that I'm responsible for all of Munir's crimes? Mostly this is towards Rain, actually.
No, I don't think so, Bonsai. Like, we just had that conversation. You're not guilty. That doesn't mean you don't have some responsibility, perhaps, to those who were left behind. But that's your decision to make.
Okay, thank you. Again, Flix told me to not trust anything here, and it's all very confusing.
Killing Munir would only further the rifts between, well, the last of the Arborians and the buzzards.
Weren't you saying something originally, Bonsai, back when we were going to Seeker's Grove about wanting to mend the corruption there? Perhaps this is a first step. A small one, maybe.
That's kind of what I was hoping too. Before, the were-ravens and the world trees worked hand in hand, or branch and wing. I feel like I'm missing something, and maybe they could be an assistance.
You did set out to restore the bond between Arborians and were-ravens. That's what we came here to do in the first place.
Oh, I have no memory of that, but thank you.
This is literally the whole point of coming to Auralia. And then getting the Moonblade once we restored that bond, blah, 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 blah. But then you got the branch from Seeker anyway, so...
Your decisions here, Bonsai, may echo throughout the people. Is the last remaining Arborian an agent of vengeance? Or an agent of redemption?
Okay, Holla, you're laying it on a little bit thick now. Calm down.
I have
Drion
to
looks at-
narrate a
Drion-
little bit. It keeps the Sun Elves entertained. And the Sun Elves are
Drion,
all just eating popcorn.
Dreon looks over at Bonsai. Vengeance is kind of my thing, so gonna need you to choose the other one.
Oh, I'm definitely just the embodiment of ancient. I don't know what that means, but ancient is my job.
That's not a job, Bonsai.
My job is ancient.
What, you don't see all the companies that list ancient as a position they're looking to fill?
Oh, they call that senior.
I'm an ancient community manager.
God.
I above board, I thought you guys were talking about oaths, and yeah, he's an oath of the ancients. They are.
Senior VP of Ancients.
Well, Bonsai, what is the legacy you wish to begin? One of mercy?
Or I'm trying to understand what the options are here.
There are many options. I will not list them all for you.
I feel like it feels right to try and continue on the path of what I knew from before. So I don't know what this cost is, Shadowwing, but again, if it doesn't hold us up too long and we're able to get the Moonblade and get back to what we were trying to do to save Arctis and the rest of the world, I would like to also do this. I would like to also see if Munir can be the first of the were-ravens that are returned to the light.
Featherwing smiles. He did it. He did a teach.
Dreon frowns, realizing this means we're going to be here longer.
Shudderwing reassures you. It will not take so long that will impact things on a cosmic scale, Bonsai.
Okay. What do we do?
To be continued?
To be continued. That is where we will stop today's session.
Well,
As-
first you got to start with a box. You cut a hole in that box.
No! Don't put
we-
the dick in the box!
Can we hollow out Mercurius instead? That can work as a box.
Oh, God.
You know what? That could work. That's fucked up, but
That's
I dig it.
Fucked up!
I mean, birds make their nests in the hollows of trees, right?
You know, just carve a little lesson into Mercurius and shove the chicken in there. Begin ritual. Entirely possible. Well.
Brianna, I'm gonna need your third glaive, please.
No.
Absolutely
Absolutely
not.
not.
Mora has
No.
already stolen them. Yeah. My glaives. All right,
Maria
everybody.
looks over like, why does she have 3 glaives? Wait a minute.
Ah. Yes, comrade. Our glaives.
Our glaives.
Our glaives. Well, to be continued. Possibly this weekend we might do a little magical ritual, which would be convenient.
A cheeky little Pokemon raising.
Ooh, I'm in.
I'm down.
Yeah, Dreon's just gonna fucking sit to the side and be like, is there any more violence?
There could
That
be
chicken's
violence.
got like 2 hit points, man. You could throw a rock at it and be done with it.
Yeah.
No, then he becomes an angry spellcasting buzzard boy again. That's not
How
how this
long,
works.
how long does polymorph last?
An hour.
Less than an hour.
So, okay, so realistically, Trevor has an hour to do this character arc.
Yeah.
Like in real time. Set
Well,
the time.
to be 100% clear, the ritual is not going to work while he is a chicken.
Yeah, he cannot be
We
a
are-
chicken.
we
You
are
take
going
his
to
memories.
have to we're going to have to actually bind him to a chair or something. So you're gonna get to use that rope, Dreon.
Alright, the rope plays. I knew
Finally.
it.
Do we know if the
rope plays.
were-ravens are celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead?
They are well, they're none of those things.
Yeah,
certainly.
none of those things.
Yeah,
They're
we could kill 'em and
humanoid.
make 'em undead.
They're humanoid shape changers.
Lame. Okay, I wanted to magic circle them, but I guess that won't work.
Let me double check that.
Nah,
I'm pretty
nah,
sure
that probably doesn't work.
they are humanoid. Yeah, they're humanoid shape changers.
Bro, I gotta be honest, I do not feel like I understand what Munir was going for here. Like, I know, I'll try stealing memory in the middle of the room in front of all these people who I've been mean mugging the whole fucking
I
time.
have a feeling it's like the Beholder, where if we didn't just completely crush him instantly, he probably would have crushed us or had a chance to.
I don't get
I
that
sort of
vibe.
suspect that he's been doing this to the people of this court for a long fucking time. That's why he thinks it's his court. That was
I
the
get-
impression that I got. Like, he's
That's
so
fair.
Yeah, he was
fucking
very
bold.
overconfident, so that's probably the case.
We were
I
also stabbing someone literally 5 feet from the new queen, and she didn't react whatsoever.
Well, I mean, Guy tried to take her memory. This is also what I would consider a flaw in the plan.
They're all fueled on amusement right now. So if she's not, if something is happening around them, they're just going to watch until the suffusing of amusement calms down. They're just
This is
they
literally
would rather
the
watch
future
and
of-
react.
This is literally the future of TikTok kids.
Yeah. His misplay was that he harshed the vibe. That was his misplay.
And
You totally harsh the vibe, dude.
yeah, I mean, in Feronia, he would just be dead. Just be done.
But yes, these Fae are much more content to just watch. After being suffused with so much amusement, they're just ready for their next bit of entertainment, something that is different from day to day. So.
God, this place really is just a fucking cautionary tale for millennials. They get mad when the entertainment stops and they're like, ugh, commercials.
But yeah, Munir definitely he packs a little bit of a punch, so.
I mean, he would have. I mean, I suppose that's a possibility. I won't know because he never got to even like wind up, but
well, Munir was also kind of hoping to have like Hala on his side.
Yeah. Instead he got like fucking goon squatted.
Yeah. It did not work out well for him.
Yeah.
Hey, he's still alive, which is more than we can say about that beholder.
Yeah, that beholder is
mean,
DED dead.
Dreon was going to kill Munir until, like, you know, Mom said no, but...
Oh, Mora was very
I was
intent on
queuing
that.
up a upcasted command to put on Mora and Dreon.
Bro.
Wow.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'd
see.
fuck with that, man. Mora and Dreon share the same brain cell.
Yeah. One brain cell set
That's why I was
on
confident I could pull it off
murder.
and then have 6 seconds to figure out what the hell to do next.
Mora is very friend-shaped to Dreon.
Don't think we didn't notice that Drion's whole, like, emotions, ugh, and then immediately rolled up Mora's, like, emotions? Yeah!
No, well, Mora had emotions that Dreon could comprehend.
Mora trauma dumped, and Dreon was like, you know what? I'm not into this.
You know, here's the thing. What Mora did right was she trauma dumped in, like, inside of 15 words.
She
was just
she
like,
kind of ended it with,
wanted to
I want
murder
to stab
somebody.
him.
Yeah, she was like, hate Munir, want to kill, and Dreon's like, yeah, I can vibe with that. I mean, in fairness, Munir had also just been mean-mugging the shit out of, like, the whole party the entire time, and Dreon's, like, not gonna tolerate that. So
Well,
if
he
someone's
knew,
like,
because
yeah, let's kill him.
everything in the court has been like very like everybody's amusing themselves, like they've got other fairies coming in and watching from the mirrors, and their like interest is also fueling the Borean shard and the court and everything. So like all of your appearances have completely disrupted the amusement generator that is this court.
Aren't
and
we
essentially
giving them
just
more
fucked it
amusement
all.
by being new?
Also, you turn Mercurius into a tree, and so now Munir is kind of
Hey,
alone
he
in
turned
the things he
himself
wants.
into a tree. That was not our doing.
He's gonna take
Like, Munir
a
spent,
lot
like,
of
the
time.
last, like, 10 fucking years, like, modify memorying, like, Mercurius, and just, like, perfectly shaping him to be his, like, ditzy little puppet boy, and we just came in and just ruined that with a fucking stick.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
Don't give him the stick. Who gave him the
He's
stick?
super mad. You've literally ruined everything. Once
We
he's
do.
not a chicken, he's going to be like, you've all ruined everything.
No, because apparently fucking Bonsai is going to give him like the after-school parent special and be like, why are you really mad, Munir? Is it because you didn't get the toy you wanted last Christmas?
But Munir can
And they're just
also
gonna work
just
it out?
he can wipe out any negative memory from like anything and just keep it to pure amusement. So the like everything in the court is just running off of like, yeah, Munir is great. Like, yeah, everything's good when Munir is around, and things are different. And yeah,
I kind of honestly would have found it hilarious if Munir had like brainwiped Dreon and Dreon was just a very pleasant guy.
wow.
If Dreon just did not feel like the constant weight of his failures and he's just like, yeah, man, life's good, things are basically fine. You want to hang out and talk about each other?
And also having like Rain immediately prepping the counter spell definitely
oh my God, it was
helps.
bad.
I was honestly expecting him to drop another modify memory on somebody, and I was like, nah, we can't have that, so...
Yeah, he got 1 too, and I'm like, I got biceps, and Rain's like, my brain's got biceps, and we just kind of bicepped him.
Yeah, everybody's just so like ambivalent to anything else going on. It's like, oh yeah, we're getting like amusement on watching other people's misery. Like, not a good thing, but nobody's even engaged enough to question it, right?
Yeah, so like there was definitely a point where I realized like nobody was gonna come to his aid, but like prior to that, I definitely thought we were gonna have like the Kingsman scene with like the really sweet choreographed like Drion running around the room just offing all these little elves.
Oh my god!
That's what I thought was gonna happen.
When is your Dark Urge playthrough?
I think Drion's enough Dark Urge for me. I can't actually do the Baldur's Gate Dark Urge playthrough. I'm too much of a baby.
But
Don't wanna
Drion
hurt
will
people's
murder a
species.
room full of sun elves.
Yeah, because they're like obviously his enemies. There's like a roleplay story. The Dark Urge is literally just like Dexter season 1. I'll kill again
You play
tonight.
music in camp? Nope, not anymore.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh lord.
no.
All right. Well, yeah. If you guys want to play this weekend, Kayla's going out of town, so I'm just gonna be like chilling here. So just let me know.
All right.
Yeah, I
Sounds
might be
great.
done, so I'll add to chat.
Let me know what day and time actually works, since I think Trevor, I can probably make most things work with a little bit of notice. Just give us a heads up.
Sounds good. And
Cool.
hopefully we can get Dick in.
All right.
Chicken!
Peace, everyone.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Night.
I
Yeah,
will see
happy
you
day.
Everyone.
next time. All right, everybody. That's it for Arctis today. Whoa. We might even get a bonus bonus session this weekend. Unfortunately, Flix is going to be out for the next few sessions. Schedules have not been lining up, so we're going to keep pressing on with some of the story, and Flix will be able to catch up when he can. Thanks for watching, everybody. Catch the VODs and catch up on all the action over on Arctis DD on YouTube. That's DD. You know what that stands for? That's right. Double dongus. Catch our shorts and our funny moments over on Play Arctis on TikTok and Twitter? X? I don't know. What do you call it? God. I'm Zarina. Hey. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for watching. You have a moment? Go like our YouTube. We're a really small channel. So your likes are like actually appreciated. If you're watching, I love you. Catch us Monday for Kamos and Wednesday for Ascended. Have a good night, everybody, and I will see you next time.